Okay, so jumping into it, for anyone who has taken any of my other courses, I'm a big stickler for customer personas. And so I've actually created a document for you that you can access on the resources on this video. It's nothing snazzy, just something that you can copy and then fill out yourself. So customer personas are super important because how specific you target individuals will be sort of directly correlated with the success of your campaigns. You know, if you are targeting lawyers in a specific region at a specific revenue or headcount for a company for your specific offering, you obviously don't want to have marketing managers that are working out of San Francisco. And so being able to customize and personalize is super important. And so a few things to sort of keep in mind on this document. We sort of name it here Johnny Job Seeker, or whatever you want to sort of name it as sort of a generic idea for the persona type that you're going to be targeting. These are the filters from some of the main filters from LinkedIn. So you can type in, if you're targeting the United States, or if you're targeting world, if you're not limited by geography, you can do worldwide. Title, industry, years at company, some job functions, so what they're do at their job, years of experience, so if they've been there for a certain period of time or if they've worked in the industry for a certain period of time. Company type is a really good one as well. So you're going to have to go through, and we'll go through the LinkedIn Navigator here in a moment, about how to clarify some of these filters, and and some of it might be sort of experimentation. So you can save lists, you can do all sorts of different things with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. These other ones down here, they're super important as well, because it's going to help you personalize and customize the sequences down the line. So not necessarily from the beginning in terms of the prospecting stuff, but in terms of the actual implementation, you want to be able to have this information about what their job title, how their job is measured, why are you targeting them, right? What's their sort of behavioral stuff about why they're targeting responsibilities. So filling this stuff out, doing the necessary interviews is super important. So you have that document, and you can use it to sort of as you please. So jumping into LinkedIn Sales Navigator, so familiarize yourself with the user experience. It's very simple. I have some instructions once we get to the integration about how to integrate and install the seamless Chrome extension. But on the left side, you can see all these different filters. And so, for my company, we're targeting the United States initially, less than 1 year. We're not bound by geography per se. We've had leads come in from outside of the United States, but just initially sort of targeting this region. Years at a company, typically like to find people that have been at a company early on that might be implementing a new process, and open to sort of bringing in a fresh perspective at a company, and then specific titles. And so as you go through here in your prospecting, you can find these individuals and go through information on them and their companies. So we're going to click those into new tabs. So you can see here, you can get a breakdown of who she is, if she has sort of all this information about her, and what her sort of past roles have been, to get an idea about who this prospect is and how you can specifically reach out to them. Looking at the company stuff, there's two things to keep in mind. Some important things is how many employees there are, to keep in mind for what sort of company you should be targeting, because sometimes this stuff is off, so you need to sort of be careful that what shows up is relevant to the level of employee headcount. And then second is the decision maker. So if you click on that, it'll actually give you a breakdown of some of the top decision makers at the company. You can click over to the website. It'll tell you where they're based. Are they actually based here? Yeah, they're actually based here. I'm in Dallas, so they're actually based here in Dallas. You can get recommended leads. So when you're prospecting, it's not necessarily that, when you're doing sort of these inside sales, it's not necessarily that one person is going to be the decision maker. So when you're mapping out your prospecting, a lot of times it's that you're doing that person, but then you're also doing potentially that person's boss or somebody that they're working with. And so you want to be able to map out what that sort of whole solution looks like. for the company. And so if we wanted to add this girl, we can actually add this. Oh, it's not showing up there. It is showing up here, but typically you can actually show this within the detail screen of the user as well, the Seamless AI extension. And you can add those into your CRM. So that'll be enough, just kind of give you an idea about how those customer personas relate to the filtering. And so if you have those clearly defined, and if you're experimenting with it, you're going to have better success in your enrollments for the sequences.